Hello and welcome to Governance in Action. Today I'm going to show you the sample workflow that comes with the product governance DTGov in FuseServiceWorks. FuseServiceWorks is the SOA platform from JBoss. It consists of switchart engine, which is the core orchestration engine, and then the overload project which serves for governance, which is RTGov, runtime governance, and DTGov, design time governance. This is the overload project, has runtime governance, design time governance, and SRAM, which is the SOA repository artifact model and protocol. Okay. I'm going to show you how to promote automatically artifacts between environments. Whenever you are a developer and you create an artifact, you just push it to the DTGov installation, and DTGov will execute a workflow that will be installing this artifact into the appropriate environments, and then will allow to the correct user to validate the installation, do the testing, and then approve or cancel validity of this artifact. So if it validates, if it approves it, then artifact will be promoted to the next environment. So forth between every environment that is in the customer installation: development, QA, staging, production. Okay, this is the sample workflow. Whenever we deploy artifact into the DTGov, it will start deploying it to a development environment. It will classify that artifact into the SRAM repository with dev, test, classification, so you know where the artifact is, what classification it has. It will notify developers, sending an email that they have a task in their inbox, so they can do the validation. So they will do manual validation in the development environment, and whenever they are finished, if they approve, they will go into the human task console in DTGov, and they will approve or reject validation of the artifact. If it's approved, it will be promoted automatically to the next environment. It will be classified as passed, the development passed, and then it will get deployed to the next environment, and so forth with every environment. This example consists of 4 environments: development, QA, staging, and production. So for this I'm going to use Docker. I have 2 sample Docker images that I'm going to show you how to create them. They are based on some Docker images that I have. So I'm going to create these 2 Docker images. They will be creating a switchart image for the environments. Every environment will be based on one of these images, and it will have some artifacts already deployed in there. And then I'm creating a DTGov installation which will have configured the workflow already in there. So these 2 images, we can see the name for these 2 images: governance demo switchart and governance demo DTGov. Okay, so let's run them. So I'm going to create 5 containers, Docker containers. One, it will be for the mail server, because we are sending mail with to the development environments, and using a container that will print to the console the contents of the mail. It will not send real emails. And then I will start 3 containers: 1 for dev, 1 for QA, and 1 for staging. I will not show production because it's the same. And then I will create a container for the DTGov, okay, that will be linked to these other containers, so everything can work together. Okay, we run it, and 5 containers are started. We can see the logs, how they are starting. So this is the mail server, switchart development, switchart QA, switchart stage, and then DTGov. Once everything is started, we can go into the console. Every switchart container is exposed in some local ports to access their consoles. Not all the ports are exposed for this demo, but you can export all of them. So this one is already started, this one is already started, this one is taking longer, and DTGov will start soon. This one is already started also, and this one is already started. So we can go to the console, you can see this is development environment, okay, with default out of the box, and this is one artifact that I used to do the file copying. This is QA environment, this is staging environment, and this is overload console. We're going to log in. Okay. Right out of the box, SRAM repository only has sample workflow installed in there, okay, which is the DTGov workflows 101 final Red Hat 8. This is the sample out of the box, and this is the contents of the workflow. So we go to design time governance, deployment lifecycle, and we are going to deploy an artifact. Right now there is nothing deployed. We're going to add one deployment. So for this I have a sample project, which is subheaders, and we're going to deploy it. It's a switcher application and version. We're going to give it 10, and we're going to add it. So it will, right now we're here seeing in below terminal that it's installing, and then it will get deployed to the development environment, and then a mail has been sent. It's been deployed to the development environment. This is the address where is service is available. So now you can see that subheaders is here installed. We don't have it in QA. We only have it in development environment. Okay. So we can go to the task inbox. As a developer, I'm not going to log out and log in as a developer, but as a developer you will see your task inbox and all the tasks that are assigned to you. So you can go into this one, which is the subheaders and body, this version. We can claim the task. So I'm going to work on that as a developer. I'm going to start working on that. So usually I should do a test. Okay, let's do a test. I'm going to run a test against this. I see it worked. I can see the request and response executed in the development environment. So I assume everything is working fine, so I can pass it. Once I pass it as a developer, it will trigger workflow, promotion to the next environment, and now it's deploying to the second environment. We see that it's been deployed to the second environment. Okay. So if we go to the task inbox again, you can see now that test artifact is classified as test QA. Okay. You can go there, claim it, start. I will work on that. So right now I will point to my QA environment and I will execute it. We'll see that it worked. Okay, so I have my response here, and before I'm going to test in staging environment, and we'll see that there is nothing installed in there. We'll see that there is no artifact installed in there. So once I pass, it will be promoted. It's getting promoted. It's getting promoted. It's getting deployed. Mail has been sent, and now I'll see that I have the artifact in staging environment, so I could test it. Okay, but of course, the governance part, the artifact will be in test stage. So test group should get in their inbox, claim the task, and start it and pass it. Okay, so that's all for today. This is the demo that I was showing to you. Next version will get integration with CI, the environment. So we will be using Git, CI server, Jenkins, and we'll be using an artifact repository, Nexus. So we'll see how to integrate governance in FuseServiceWorks with CI environment in customer. Thank you and goodbye.